The Voice adds new rule for blind auditions. The Voice adds a new rule for blind auditions, which might be one of the craziest changes yet. The premiere of season 26 aired last night, Monday, September 23, and it was an episode to remember. The Voice takes the stage. Season 26 of The Voice aired last night on NBC, and there's lots to discuss. The singing competition is a hit series known for its unique judging. This is because the judges choose based on the voice of the performer rather than the appearance. The coaches all face away from the performer and towards the audience. Additionally, they only get to turn around when they decide they want to add the singer to their team. However, it seems this might not be the case in all instances this season. Season 26 shows 2 new judges along with 2 returners. Gwen Stefani and Reba McEntire are returning and have only been judges on the same season once before. Additionally, Michael Bublé and Snoop Dogg, the bromance everyone has been waiting for, are first-time coaches. Since the series is in its 26th season, the show has added certain twists to keep the show from seeming boring to fans and performers. In a previous season, a block was introduced. When a coach pressed to block a coach, the performer would be unable to choose that coach for a team. Coaches can use this block along with other tricks to help them secure a win. They are also allowed to use steals and saves, thus hoping the tools help their team to survive the battle rounds, knockouts, playoffs, and live performances. Is there a new rule in play? A new trick has been added for the coaches this season, but does this trick take away from the appeal of the show? During the season premiere of The Voice last night, the host, Carson Daly, told the coaches, "When the audition is over, you have a second chance to go back and get that artist by pressing your button." This new trick for the coaches is called the replay button. Furthermore, this means that even if the coach did not turn their chair during the performance, even if other coaches did, they still have a chance. NBC shared exactly how this will work in a few points. They began by saying, an artist performs their blind audition and a coach doesn't turn for them. Additionally, the explanation states, all chairs turn to meet the artist. The artist shares a little of their story. If a coach who didn't originally turn feels compelled by the artist after meeting them, they can use their coach replay button to try and get them. This power cannot be used over and over again. The coaches must be very careful about when they press their replay button because they only have one replay button each during the blinds. Furthermore, unless surprises are in store later this season, the coach replay button seems to only be available during blind auditions and not later stages of the competition. Reactions to new rule, moreover, Daly told the coaches to use it carefully. Snoop Dogg seemed to be the most excited about the button. He expressed how he is a real coach in real life, so I like to replay and see what I've done right or wrong. Snoop then added, so the replay makes a lot of sense. However, does the replay make a lot of sense? It is very good for the coaches and potentially good for some players. But does it go against the purpose of The Voice? The most the button can be used is 4 times in total with 4 coaches, so it is unable to cause too much harm. Moreover, the point of the singing competition is to judge solely on the voice of the performer and not the appearance. When this replay button is used, it can arguably take away that aspect. This is a way for a hopeful to get back in, but a coach might save it because the singer is not the right look they want to add to their team. This button doesn't seem to be about the voice anymore. Additionally, it seems to be about the story and appearance, which can be a positive as well as a negative. Fans can catch the first episode on Peacock if they miss the premiere. They can also catch the next episode on NBC next Monday, September 30th at 8 p.m. East. Do you think this button is a good or a bad addition? Let us know in the comments below and stay tuned for more at TV Shows. For over a decade, The Voice has captivated audiences worldwide with its unique premise. Coaches choose their teams solely based on a singer's voice with no visual influence. The signature swivel chairs, turning only when a coach hears something special, have become synonymous with the show's commitment to talent over image. But in a bold move to keep things fresh and exciting, the producers have introduced a new rule for the blind auditions, shaking up the dynamic and potentially altering how coaches select their teams. This new rule, dubbed the second listen, allows coaches to revisit performances they might have missed during the initial round. While coaches still cannot see the singer, they are given the opportunity to re-listen to the performance without any visual cues or biases after the full round of auditions. The addition of this rule promises to enhance the fairness and challenge of the competition adding a new layer of strategy and emotion. The evolution of The Voice. When The Voice first premiered in 2011, it quickly set itself apart from other reality talent shows. Unlike its predecessors, such as American Idol or X Factor, where looks, stage presence, and even personality could influence judges' decisions, The Voice removed these distractions. The blind auditions, where coaches face away from the stage, ensured that only vocal ability mattered. The blind auditions have always been the most iconic part of the competition, where coaches fight for the best voices to build their teams. But as with any long-running show, The Voice needs to evolve to maintain viewer engagement and keep the stakes high for its competitors. This is where the second listen rule comes into play. Why the change? Over the years, there have been countless moments where coaches have expressed regret about not turning their chairs for certain contestants. Sometimes, the pressure of making a split-second decision causes even the most seasoned coaches to hesitate, unsure whether to hit the button. In many cases, by the time a coach realizes they've missed out on a spectacular voice, the performance is over. With the addition of the second listen rule, The Voice aims to address these moments of hesitation and provide coaches with a chance to make more thoughtful, considered decisions. The producers of the show have explained that this rule is about leveling the playing field and giving both the contestants and coaches a second chance. While the show still maintains its emphasis on the initial gut reaction to a performance, the second listen offers a rare opportunity for reconsideration, one that could lead to unexpected outcomes. How the rule works. The mechanics of the new rule are simple but impactful. After all contestants have performed in a given blind audition round, coaches can request a second listen for any performances they might have skipped over. This doesn't mean they get to see the contestant. The process is still blind, but they are allowed to hear the same audio recording from earlier. Coaches are limited in how many second listens they can request, adding a layer of strategy. Should they use the opportunity for someone they hesitated on, or save it for later rounds? This restriction prevents overuse of the second listen, ensuring that the decision to revisit a performance remains a calculated risk. Furthermore, coaches can only press their button to turn for the contestant during this second listen, keeping the core of the blind audition process intact. If multiple coaches regret their initial pass on the same contestant, the familiar banter and pitches begin anew, with the singer once again holding the power to choose their mentor. Impact on contestants. From the contestant's perspective, this new rule adds an exciting twist to the blind auditions. In previous seasons, once a performance was over without a chair turn, the singer's fate was sealed. Even if they had a near-perfect performance, the lack of immediate reaction from coaches meant they would be heading home. The second listen offers these performers a new glimmer of hope. It's a chance for those who might have been overlooked in the heat of the moment to still catch the ear of a coach. This also adds a layer of suspense for the viewers. Fans at home, who may have felt disappointed when a particularly talented singer didn't receive any chair turns, will now be rooting for their favorites to be reconsidered. This anticipation, paired with the drama of a second chance, creates a new emotional arc within the already tense blind auditions.